Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. This week, hundreds of kids brought their fishing gear and families to the Civic Center Pond for the annual Fishing Derby. Several restaurants in East Brunswick have gone completely smoke-free. Jennifer Bornkamp talks with East Brunswick Advisory Health Council member Dr. Kenneth Friedman about the program. Amy Fisher traveled to Frost School for a celebration of Pioneer Days and to Memorial School for a cute story involving kindergartners and first graders. All of this and much more is coming up, including information about the Plays in the Park production of Tommy and a review of Monday's Township Council meeting. Be sure to tune in to the Channel 8 Community Bulletin Board for a complete listing of programs throughout the week and announcements of community events.
East Brunswick is a great place to raise children because East Brunswick knows how to treat kids right. That's why kids and their parents like living here. So make children shopping child's play. So when you think East Brunswick, think kids stuff. As in all the stuff you and your kids could ever want, like toys that talk, or get up to take a walk. Game for boys and girls, and heroes from different worlds. When it comes to quality of life, East Brunswick knows how to show your kids a good time. With places to make them jump for joy, or make that jump shot. Places that entertain, even while they teach. A world of books for every age, it's all within easy reach. And when the kids are in a party mood, we've got ways to make them flip. Because East Brunswick's got the right stuff. For fun, for any occasion, with everything you need to party hardy, or make a big splash, for tots, for teens, and in-betweens. With no clowning around, unless that's what you want, collectible cards and comic books, and their very own wheels, whatever the size. How about their own cable TV show? And we're not just kidding. East Brunswick's got the right stuff. For dressing, all of today's hottest looks for the younger set are right here. Your kids, we've got them covered. Whether they're going to a fancy affair or the Daisy Fair. And when all that shopping makes them hungry, chew on this. East Brunswick caters to kids with the food kids love. Pizzas, burgers, chicken finger foods, treats for the Sweet 16 and the winning team. Whatever their interest, East Brunswick keeps your kids on their toes. And for parents' peace of mind, some of the finest pediatric medical care available to keep your children healthy and smiling. Yes, kids have a lot to smile about in East Brunswick. So do their parents, because there's no need to go anywhere else to get the best for your kids. From Riders Lane to Route 18, your neighborhood merchants and service providers have it all, right here at home. So save time, save gas, while you support local business. That keeps your taxes down too. Remember, we've got all the kids stuff you and your kids will ever need. Shopping in East Brunswick, it's child's play. I'm Mayor Bill Neer.
The second annual East Brunswick Fishing Derby, sponsored by the members of the Emergency Services, was held last Saturday at the Municipal Pond. Over 400 participants came out. Here's one of the Derby's organizers, Vic Romatowski, as well as some of the young anglers.
Well, it's 1998, and we're here with the second annual Combined Emergency Services Fishing Derby here at the Civic Center Pond. This fishing derby is now being sponsored by the East Brunswick Emergency Services. That's Fire Department, the Police Department, and the Rescue Squad. They all chip in money. They have prizes that are donated from some of the people that are in the area. We're serving all our people hot dogs today. Everybody gets a cold drink. We have T-shirts that were purchased by the emergency services people for all the participants. At the present time, we have about 400 registered participants that are here today. We have prizes awarded for the first fish that is caught for each age group and the largest fish for each age group. Today is open fishing day for the state of New Jersey, which means you don't have to have a fishing license. You can fish anywhere in the state for free. It's their idea on how to get you acclimated to fishing and get you interested in this sport. This fishing derby is sponsored by the people who come when you dial 911. We want to get out here and meet the people one-to-one, say hi to the kids, let them meet us. Usually when they meet people from emergency services, it's a scary situation. The ambulance is there, the fire truck's in front of their house, they're looking for a police officer. What we want to do is let everyone know that the people from emergency services are part of the community. We're here to help you any way that we can, and we can even provide you with a day of fresh air and fun. We'll do that. From the people from Emergency Services, I'd like to say thank you for the sponsors that we had here today. We had Myers Bakery and Stroll's Bakery, and we had the Church Lane General Store. We've got retired police officers here and past rescue squad members and past firemen, those sort of people that are here. All of those things come into play. I'd like to thank all of them for making this day possible. And if we're not here today, perhaps we'll see you later on, or we'll see you next year.
If you think you have fish, you don't have fish. You don't got fish. Never. You don't got fish.
I think it was a pickerel or a bass.
How many fish have you caught?
One. You caught one? I didn't caught any.
Yeah, how big was your fish?
Nothing. I'm tired.
You gotta go here. We've catched all kinds of fish.
Yeah, there's catfish. We saw except there was 2 people that caught 13 inches catfish. Catfish.
They give you free prizes and free lollipops and stuff.
Yeah.
Look over yonder. What do you see? The sun is rising, most definitely. A new day's coming. Ooh, people are changing. Ain't it beautiful? Ooh, crystal blue persuasion. Better get ready. Gonna see the light. Love is...
Hi, I'm Dolly Vasta for This Week in East Brunswick, and I'm sitting here with Gary Cohen, who is producing director for Plays in the Park down in Edison, New Jersey. That's the outdoor amphitheater, which is so beautiful. Of course, we're sitting here and everyone is finishing up for the summer opening, and we have water running behind us.
Yes, they're trying to get some water on the lawn, although they predict rain for tonight. But anyway.
Well, anyway, okay. Gary, tell me a little bit about Plays in the Park. This is its 30-what season?
This is the 36th anniversary. The theater opened in 1963 and has been running continuous since then. And aside from the fire in '75, which only sort of delayed things and gave us a new building, it has been continuous now for 36 summers.
And the first show this summer, which actually opens very soon, is June 23rd, is Tommy, which is the rock opera, right?
Right, the Who's rock opera, yep.
Tell me a little bit about Tommy, because I don't think a lot of people have seen it, and it's a great choice for an opener, especially, I think, for another age group.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we delayed the opening. Usually we open on a Wednesday the week prior, whatever date that would have been, next Wednesday. But we decided to hold off on, a week so that the kids would be out of school. I don't want to turn off, though, our regulars, because the story certainly appeals to anyone. It's a wonderful story that would appeal to people of all ages, and everybody my age, the baby boomers, are going to know the score from the Who's concept album from 1969 anyway. But we did open the show a week later on a Tuesday in hopes that the high school kids and even the elementary school kids will be off and come see it.
Which is a great experience, because how many elementary school kids really get to see this kind of live theater?
Certainly not for $3.
No, that's true.
They don't get to see it at all. And each summer we do have a lot of kids, 12 and under. They come free. So we certainly get a lot of 12 and under kids, but even in the older range, depending on the show, families do come out. It's cheaper than renting a video, you know, to bring the whole family out.
And it's a great night.
Yep.
It's a great night out. It's a great family night to share.
Yep.
What is the premise of Tommy?
The Broadway version of Tommy was rewritten, so there are subtle differences from the original concept album, but basically a four-year-old boy is traumatically shocked by witnessing an act of violence and then being told to pretend that he didn't see it. And he goes internal. He becomes deaf, dumb, and blind for all intents and purposes, until later on he discovers an inner force or an inner power that allows him to become a pinball wizard. Then he's worshipped by the masses until he says at the end, when he becomes free, what I really want to do is be normal. I want to have the family life that all of you have. Don't idolize me. Let me be.
Which is pretty much what all of us would like to be.
Exactly.
Depending on the definition of normal.
Right, exactly.
Okay, to reiterate, Tommy opens Tuesday, June 23rd, and it runs through Friday, July 3rd.
10 performances every night except Sunday. Sunday we're dark.
Okay, and curtain time
Is at 8:30 when
Now-
the sun goes down.
Okay, you can bring your chairs earlier. They'll explain that this
Okay.
year, all right?
The box office, we sell tickets on the day of performance only. You can't buy them in advance. The box office opens at 5:30. As soon as you purchase your ticket, you can bring your lawn chair out on the lawn, leave it, and go have dinner over in the picnics area or over at the mall, and then come back about 8:15 for the 8:30 show. People will start to queue up at the ticket booth prior to 5:30, but you can't get out onto the lawn area before that.
So, that's pretty specific.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so all of you out there, remember, that's June 23rd it opens. Don't miss the season it plays in the park. You won't regret it. Bring the family and have fun. Take care.
A few years ago, the East Brunswick Advisory Health Council started a campaign to persuade township restaurants to become smoke-free. With us is President of the Advisory Health Council, Dr. Ken Friedman. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me what exactly does it mean when a restaurant is smoke-free? Does that mean that there's no smoking at all in the restaurant or only in designated areas?
When a restaurant is smoke-free, there's absolutely no smoking permitted inside the restaurant.
Okay, what about if there's a separate room with ventilation? Would that qualify as smoke-free as well?
Not really, because when separate areas of the restaurant are designated as being smoke-free, as long as people are still breathing the same air inside of the restaurant, they're still breathing the secondhand smoke that makes its way into the air and into the heating and the cooling systems. So it's always circulating inside of the place, and you're breathing it even though you're sitting apart from where the smokers are.
Okay, so some place that has a bar, if they permit the smoking in the bar, that is not considered smoke-free, even though there may be a non-smoking section?
Not really, because the smoke doesn't really know where a barrier exists. It permeates and finds its way all of the, throughout the establishment.
Okay. Many restaurants, when you walk in, you do see the non-smoking section and a smoking section. Is this arrangement not meeting public health concerns because the air is passing from one section to the other? And is that why the Advisory Health Council is seeking to have smoke-free restaurants?
Well, yes. Secondhand smoke is considered a Class A carcinogen. It's very toxic to the body and definitely a health risk. And since 85% of the people who frequent restaurants in New Jersey are non-smokers, this is something that they're very desirous of. So many times I've spoken to people, and I've experienced it myself with my family, where we've sat down to eat and somebody has lit up a cigarette near us, and it's been very uncomfortable. We don't really want to breathe it. We don't want our children breathing it either, and a lot of people feel the same way.
Now, you have a program to appeal to restaurants to join the smoke-free program. What are some of the benefits when they join the smoke-free campaign?
Well, there are a few benefits to going smoke-free. First, they're listed in a smoke-free dining directory that the East Brunswick Advisory Health Council has prepared that's available for anyone who wants to call and write for one. They will also be receiving a mayoral proclamation where the town council and mayor will be recognizing the restaurants who have gone smoke-free, and this should be in the fall, hopefully in October of this year. And they will also receive a placard which can be displayed at the entrance to the restaurant, acknowledging the restaurant's concern for public health and welfare.
How many restaurants have joined the program so far?
Right now, there are approximately 31 that have joined since the program began in 1994.
Do smoke-free restaurants have to worry about economic hardship due to losing their smoking customers?
Well, that's a misconception, Jennifer. What happens is that the restaurants who have gone smoke-free actually do better, and studies have confirmed this. If anything, they haven't lost any business, and many of them see more customers. They're turning the tables over more quickly, their cleaning costs are reduced, they have fewer workers' compensation costs that they need to incur because the employees aren't suffering from colds and bronchial problems from breathing the secondhand smoke and being in that environment all of the time.
Has there been any precedents in other townships that you've been aware of that it has become illegal to have smoking within the walls of a restaurant?
Yes, in New Jersey, in Secaucus, Allenhurst, Lawrence, and Fort Lee, it's illegal. And around the country, smoking bans have been passed in Aspen, Colorado, Townsend, Massachusetts, and in Los Angeles. Some restaurant chains like Dunkin' Donuts have gone smoke-free nationwide.
Have you heard from any smokers who feel that they are being denied their rights to go to any given restaurant simply because they are smokers?
Only last night, I had dinner with some friends, and a friend of mine was telling me how she entered a restaurant, asked for the smoking section, was told that this restaurant did not have a smoking section, and she was very disgusted and turned around and left and decided to go somewhere else. Understanding, though, that she represents one in the 15% of the population in New Jersey demographically who do smoke.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us,
Jennifer,
Dr.
thank you very much for having me.
Okay. If you would like more information regarding the smoke-free campaign, you can contact Karen Keskis at the East Brunswick Advisory Health Council at 390-6797. For This Week in East Brunswick, I'm Jennifer Bornkamp.
Hi, I'm Amy Fisher. I'm outside of Frost School with Jerry Faust, who's a third grade teacher here. You're having Westward Ho today. How did this come about?
Well, it's part of our curriculum, social studies. We study the Oregon Trail in great detail. And last year we decided to do some minor activities, and we created a monster. And this year we've applied and received a foundation grant, and we've really been able to do it up in style. This morning we're having a sing-along. Songs were taught by the music teacher, and we're having trail mix as a snack, and then we're heading inside for some activities. Each classroom is going to be set up with 2 different stations plus Oregon Trail to be played on the computers. They'll be hooking rugs and dipping candles and making cornbread and making Conestoga wagons and covered and log cabins, and having a full morning. And then we've talked to the cafeteria, and they've been gracious to turn over their last lunch to make a chuck wagon lunch for us today. And we'll be having hot dogs and beans in the cafeteria. And this afternoon we'll be having a big hoedown. We've been able, because of the grant, to hire a square dance caller who will be calling all afternoon.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. It looks like everybody is really getting into the spirit of the thing. I'm in the cafeteria at Memorial School with Linda Zaffaries, who is a kindergarten teacher, and Jennifer Tiber Goldberg, who is a first grade teacher. Now, you have arranged an orientation sort of kind of program today for your students. Could you tell us about it, Jennifer?
Well, what we are trying to do is help the kindergarten or the future first grade students become familiar with the cafeteria. So they're working with their buddy to go through the line of the cafeteria, and they're going to enjoy lunch and have an extended kindergarten day today.
Linda, you arranged for the afternoon kindergarten to come to do this also?
Yes, we thought it would be a great idea to get everyone through, so we had the buses come an hour early, pick up the PM kindergartner, and allow them to go through the lunch line and then have a short recess before they start their kindergarten day today.
And how were the buddies assigned?
That was Mrs. Zaffary.
It was pretty random. We tried to pair up boys with the boys and the girls with the girls because that always seems to work better. And then otherwise it was just random because I knew the first graders from being in my class last year and the personalities of the kindergarten kids this year, so we tried to make a match.
Is anything else happening to help the transition become easier?
Yeah, what we did is we put together a book saying we're going to first grade that every kindergarten student is going to get. It has a picture of them with their buddy, and each picture shows the first grade teachers, and it shows the specials teachers and the lunch aides. And this way, over the summer, they can look at it and familiarize themselves with who they're going to be encountering throughout the year.
Now, you were able to do this because you have a grant from the Education Foundation?
That's right. Without their support, we would have never been able to do this.
Now, did the buddies do anything besides this lunch together?
Yes, all year, monthly, we've been getting together. We started in October after everyone got acclimated, and we started doing monthly projects. In October, we did a Halloween theme, and so on. Every month, we got together to do a theme and just to talk about first grade. Let them in the first grade hallway, let them see the room and the water fountain, all the things that they're nervous about.
And so the funds from the Education Foundation helped you publish the book, is that true?
Exactly, and thanks to the foundation, we're going to be doing this grant again next year.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with these first graders when they get to be in first grade next year.
Exactly. It'll be wonderful to see them come back to their kindergarten room, and they'll been through the buddy program already, so they'll have firsthand knowledge of what to do.
Well, thank you very much.
At Monday night's council meeting, the East Brunswick High School girls volleyball team was honored for their outstanding season.
Whereas the East Brunswick High School girls volleyball team, coached by Lisa Scarana and Sue Dunn, had an outstanding season with a record of 21 wins, 2 losses, and the team brought honor to East Brunswick High School, the players themselves, the respective families, and the entire community as Suburban League volleyball tournament champions.
And the Chittick School PTA made a presentation about plans to build a new playground at the school.
We're seeing more and more, as our portion of the community increases, a larger number of community members utilizing our school playground. We think this is lovely. This only makes what we already know as Chittick community members, our school a better place. The more people there, the better our school is served. And so what we're looking at, as Dr. Weiner told you, is a very modest piece of equipment that I can tell you on a daily basis, our school community, through various numbers of fundraisers, tricky trays, breakfast with the principal, mid-principal's night, t-shirt sales, raffles, book fairs, any possible way we could earn money this year, we earned it. At this point, we're looking at $7,000 and change in direction for this playground. This playground costs $12,000, which for some PTAs we understand is a drop in the bucket. For our PTA, for the past 6 or 7 years, this has been our functioning budget. And we've not had to sacrifice this year any of our programs. I'll have you know that Chittick School, we've been very proud to have the largest cultural arts budget in the district of any of the PTAs, despite the fact that we have such a small working budget. We haven't compromised that this year, but it's been a mammoth effort on our part to raise the money we've raised so far. And so we're asking your consideration for funding this evening.
In an overwhelming show of support, the council immediately approved a motion to give the school the rest of the funds needed to build the playground.
Councilman Zarnowski?
Yes.
Council President Brown?
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Also Monday night, the council introduced a bond ordinance in the amount of $5.25 million to acquire open space properties in East Brunswick. If approved, the ordinance would only authorize the township to borrow the money in the future. A meeting about open space will be held Wednesday, June 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the East Brunswick Senior Center, and the council will hold a public hearing on the ordinance at the June 22nd council meeting.
Playhouse 22 here in East Brunswick is celebrating its 40th birthday. And what better way than by presenting a play that's also celebrating its 40th, West Side Story.
Cannonball down in the sky, gleaming its eye bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block on the beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me.
It is a beautiful dress. I love you.
You ready, ladies?
Come in, Nardo. Is it not beautiful?
Ah, yes. Very,
I didn't quite hear.
very beautiful.
Come in, Chino. Do not be afraid.
But this is a shop for ladies.
Don't worry. We won't bite you till we know you better.
Gino, I want you to keep both eyes on Maria tonight, in case I cannot. You too, Anita.
My brother is a silly watchdog.
Ah, my sister is a precious jewel.
And what am I? Cut glass?
Why, you've been named Lieutenant Shrek. I'm Lieutenant Shrek. And Officer Krupke. Top of the day, Officer Krupke. I'll give you a top of the head for having such fun. Baby John, come here. Come here. All right now. Which one of these PRs blooded you? Come on, which one?
It was...
As a matter of fact, sir, if you want to know the truth, we suspicion the job was done by a cop.
Oh, 2 cops?
At the very least.
Impossible. In America, nothing is impossible. All right, wise guys.